We got a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack as we get you set, ready to go. Second game in the dance. We've already seen Mississippi State eliminate Illinois in the opening tip. Almost tapped right here to our trusted analyst and colleague, Brooke Weisbrod.
And yet still, where are you? Not in front of me taking the charge. Letting everybody know who I'm working with the next 5 days.
Oh, boy. Sacred Heart with possession to start the NEC champs. And Pryor called for an offensive foul right out of the gates. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Capital One. Pryor called for her first foul. Leading scorer, one of the top defensive players in the country, Sarah Brannon. Bonner Johnson and Olivia Tucker does a lot of the glue work for this team this year. And for the Jaguars, Taylor Williams, Chloe Fleming. McWayne, told you about Johnson, the leading scorer. She was teammates in high school with Raven White out of Dillard High School down in Florida. They won a state championship there together. Now a conference title in college together. Yeah, there's some fantastic chemistry between these two players. And number 20, McWayne, she has been to the tournament before in 2019, so they've got experience. Raven White, first points of the game, an air ball tossed up by Brannon. You're going to like that matchup, too, between her and White, because they're both going to really battle for position on the inside. Jessica Benetti, year number 10. Her first trip to the NCAA tournament was emotional yesterday. Her press conference chronicling the adventure and the trip to make it this far. Came close in 2015, only to lose at home in the NEC championship game. Now punching their ticket for the first time. Carlos Funches has made it a couple of times. Year number 5 as Southern's head coach. 14 years previously as an assistant. Sacred Heart showing the 2-3 zone. How about it? And try to secure the paint. And you want to send a message. Hey, this is a great way to do it right here. Bonner saying you better come a little more correct than that. 2-0, 90 seconds in. Winner gets Stanford Friday night. Shot clock down to 5. And a traveling violation. There's so much anxiety and nerves built up to this moment that you can forget to do the little things right. How about a steal off the inbounds? Meeting the pass. Perfect example. Layup was missed. 3 on the other side. No. Fleming controls. McWayne had a clear path. Couldn't finish inside. Raven White can, and a chance for 3. You got to understand that you got to slide over there. See her slip the screen. That's where Bonner's got to slide over quicker and try to contest that shot. White 55% at the line. 5-0 Southern right out of the gate. Foul was called on Brannon, her first, team second. Now 2 minutes in. Pioneers in search of their first points. Tucker gives it to him. Oh, she's so smooth with it, Roy. I think we've seen a renaissance of sorts in the mid-range game. Oh, am I bringing you up round? You're not, but the actual players are. Another chance for a 3-point play. Johnson. She made a tough shot. Foul was on Brannon, her second. Wood checks in. 3 the hard way for Johnson. 8-2 Southern. And a great start for the SWAC champions here in Stanford. Here's Johnson off the bounce. Pioneers look a little unsettled and another turnover. But she does need to create. You see Sacred Heart going back to their press. This is what they did in the championship game. 5 minutes left, they put the press on. And that was the difference maker. Top of the number 1 seed, FDU. Raven White. Absolutely dominant inside. Pryor out of the NEC working against Southern's defense out of the SWAC. Oh, yeah. They haven't seen each other this year. That's a block inside. And so far, advantage Southern. Wood corrals it, somehow puts it up and in. Pryor, who grew up playing, understands toughness, grew up in Baltimore basketball. She's all right with that. Metcalf was bumped by Amelia Wood. That's her first. Metcalf at the line where she is 67% this season. A lot of talk in this tournament already about can South Carolina repeat? Can the Gamecocks finish the season? You know, Coach Hill's watching this right now, fist bumping. Yeah, how close they were, but she wanted the dub. Oh, yeah. Get it. 12-4.
Yeah, you feel the pace slow down a bit for Southern. But they're still hitting. The way that they're driving. See Pryor once again just trying to get the ball over half court. Getting bothered. So the one passing shot is not typical at all for Sacred Heart. But somebody's got to break it open. And there was Wood. Do it.
Amelia Wood from downtown. First three of the game for either side. Sacred Heart now with new life. Wood again left open this time to Louis. How about a quick 6-0 burst for number 3 in red?
This team is capable of moments like this. They just needed a little confidence to get them going. Now they're able to set up their press and try to do to Southern what they've been doing to them. Now again, Southern's not a team that's going to get rattled. They've got Power 5 experience.
Harrison inside, no. Cleared by Kelsey Wood. Yeah, the Wood sisters getting the job done these last 60 seconds. Johnson baseline. Southern University located the booming metropolis of Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Heard there's another decent team coming out of that city, no?
I think so. Under 10 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. Pryor off the mark. Jaguars have some time. And the Heat well short. That was a fast start by Southern. Jaguars led it 14-4. But an 8-0 run by Sacred Heart. We will see the Cardinal in action for the first time against the winner of this game Friday night. Prime time on the East Coast, 7:30 ESPN2. Set your clocks. Make an announcement. Do what you have to do on social media. We expect to see you back here then.
And fill out your brackets. Everybody get those brackets going.
Jaguars having to open up the second quarter. They've led by as many as 10. White inside has been dominant, not this time. Standing out of bounds with possession after the block by Strobel. Wushu Mensah checking in for the first time today. The runner by Pryor, she's still scoreless. The rebound controlled by Johnson. Zenobia Johnson directing traffic. Well, somehow that skip pass snuck through. There's a steal. Olivia Tucker, elbow. Not used to that kind of traveling, you would think. That could be a potential impact. You tell me as a former player.
Both teams were able to charter out here. So, no, I don't think that was a big part of it. And this is Coach Minetti reassuring Pryor. Keep your head up, young lady. Gonna be all right. I love the way that these two communicate. Ratchet up the emotion, get them buying in. But the buy-in is there. So you don't have to spend that energy. She doesn't even go in and have to do a lot on game days because they run it pro style. You get your shots up, it's quick in and out. You handle your business and lead.
Good news, Bonner appears to be okay after twisting that left ankle in the first. Johnson in transition, she got that to work in traffic.
And then you think about, rebounds. They're down actually 5. It feels like they're up.
Johnson launching. And the rebound controlled by Kelsey Wood. Here comes Pryor.
Great transition defense. Look at Pryor. Look at Pryor. Going from 0 to 100 to 150. That's what she does.
Baltimore proud. Her mom's a teacher. Grabs that leadership from her parents.
That quick crossover. Eyes up. Taking the contact. Eyes up at the rim. Boom. Hit you again. That's what she needed. Those are her first 2 points of the NCAA tournament. She's also got 4 assists already. Remember, we talked to you guys about this. She does not force the game. She lets it come to her.
68% at the line. Rather symbolic. Her first points in the postseason come, giving her team the lead for the first time. She was announced a captain just 4 games into her freshman season. Wood stole it, kept it alive, saved it to Tucker.
Knocked out an official, too. And she's slow to get up. She looks all right. She's laughing on her way back down.
Tucker off the bounce, an offensive foul. Breather for Kelsey Wood.
Look, she's like, I'm not going to get any more calls this whole game, you guys. I just knocked out an official. It's over for me. That's what I'd be thinking.
Difference there, probably would be over for you.
It was over before the game started. You already know.
I mean, the only person in the history of college basketball to get ejected or disqualified rather, with 5 fouls in 1 quarter, right?
Yeah. Well, we played half then, but yeah, it was before the first half. It was.
It's 10 minutes in.
Yeah, just about.
But that's a badge I think you would great honor.
I don't mind it. You got to cut back door too to break through the pressure, and that's another thing you're seeing Sacred Heart do, right? You saw them pressure release. Southern's got to get the ball back inside the white. She has been trying to get position, and how about that?
Kelsey, thank you very much. Back here in Stanford, how about a 16-2 run going all the way back to halfway through the first quarter in favor of the Pioneers. Southern has yet to score a single point in this second quarter. That is the difference. Brooke Weisbrod, Roy Philpott bouncing in for Stromel.
Well, you heard Kelly talk about the turnovers, and so that's the first thing Southern's got to get under control. Shot
clock down to 10. It seems like most Southern possessions have been winding down in the clock. This time the runner goes for Taylor Williams. 22-18.
And look at Williams, number 4, in white, face guarding Pryor.
Well, that was the one thing we saw in shoot-around this morning. The Southern coaching staff said it time after time, we will not be scared of Pryor.
Ooh.
Good look inside. Basket by Stromel.
That pass is a little scary, though.
And inside, how about this? 24-20. So Harrison producing on both ends of the court.
Yeah, that was a good interior pass, but the answer comes quick for Sacred Heart.
Crossover by Johnson. Snuck inside, couldn't finish. Hunter with a rebound. Shot clock under 5 again.
Yeah, that's going to be over the back. I was just concerned about getting to this gym on time. I'm going to take a look at it tomorrow.
Don't overthink.
You have to pick on instinct.
Liz Kitley, Georgia Amore, they can go inside out. Well coached with Kenny Brooks.
We like the Hokies.
We do like the Hokies, and we'll see. Lead is 9. Pryor, the Hezzy. She'll keep it. There it is.
Oh, my goodness. Woo. That's why they call her Lil Mama. Does not give up on the play. Oh, my goodness. She sold everybody in this gym.
4 points, 4 rebounds, 7 dimes. We talked to her today extensively. She was close to a triple-double in the NEC title game. We asked her, hey, do you think maybe that's possible? And she really wouldn't say, yeah. We talked about it a little bit more. And I said, I'm just feeling it. I don't know. And she said, well, we'll find out.
Yeah, that's right. We'll wait and see. And she lost the ball a bit. That's what she'll lull you into thinking she's about to shoot and then go bam and just cross you over.
The lead at 11. Shot clock is off. And a foul call on Chloe Fleming. Free throws coming for Pryor. This kind of has a similar vibe in a different way. 5 points, 7 dimes, 2 boards.
Yeah, you're looking at, nearly 10 assists by halftime. Tell me everything there is about somebody who's not a selfish player. She just wants her team to win.
A 23-point swing in favor of the Pioneers. And a 29-6 run going back to the midway point of the first quarter. It has been all Sacred Heart since that point in time. Pioneers having to open up our third quarter. Back inside Maples Pavilion. Winner of this game gets Stanford. Primetime ESPN2 on Friday night. Second game of the tournament. Mississippi State eliminated Illinois earlier tonight. Bounce pass inside for Wood. She came up short. Double teamed and a jump ball. Arrow give it to Southern.
To see more movement. I like this high ball screen, double horns. And then you look at White posting up, 44. There's going to be a foul on Southern, I believe.
She's got 3. Carlos Funches, you mentioned in search of that first win. These 2 leagues on the women's side never recorded an NCAA tournament victory. So history will be made one way or another. Wood, Nathaniel Pryor III would never let me win. It was him and my dad Iron sharpening iron that made her this player that she is today. Ahead and on
catch.
And a timeout called by Sacred Heart. All smiles for the moment.
Wouldn't you like to know, maybe we will close game if Sacred Heart gets away with the win, but to know what Coach Minetti said to Nycera Pryor at the end of the first quarter?
I would like to know.
I would like to know, too. I watched her play defense. There were times where she could have gone for the block and didn't. She just contested.
Layup is good. Shot clock down to 5. Tucker. She's automatic in that paint, it feels like. Not that time. Johnson inside and a chance for 3.
Under the shoulders of the defense, it goes up hard.
Johnson 67% at the line. The word toughness was used probably 6 or 7 times by our head coach in our conversation with him earlier today. And certainly that's going to be tested down the stretch. Lead down to 12. Tucker wide open. Tracked down by Wood and a fresh 20.
Well, look at how much more aggressive Southern's defense has been.
McRae the steal.
And this is a team that has played a very tough schedule throughout the season. So the moment is never too big for them. They don't ever think they're out of the game.
Pryor in transition. Look out. Great dish. Assist number 9. Metcalf whips it outside. That's a 3. Well, Fontenot couldn't connect. Pryor's going to push it. Shocker. And then back it out.
Yeah, I think she read that play well because she's tried to force it a couple times. She's lost handles of it. I think sensing that the bucket here is more important than the pace. Got a big mismatch inside.
Stromel outside to Wood. Tucker wide open. It'll stay with Sacred Heart. Notice that those tips were sponsored by Nissan, not by Brooke Weisbrod.
I will be doing it after this game. Likely, I just need a little time to just deal with the bracket again. Getting out here is the most important thing.
Right.
I want to make sure I look at the bracket properly and then give myself 10 seconds to decide.
Stromel inside, a great look. 41-25. Get the brackets filled in. Compete the challenge. Let's see how much you know. Ripped away by Tucker. Ahead to Pryor. 8, 4, and 10. And the triple-double watch is officially on. Harrison inside, a good look. Wood was fouled. Free throws coming. You're on the record.
Yeah. Oh.
You're a champion.
My champion is South Carolina. It's not a guarantee, but I mean, come on.
They haven't lost a game.
You know I'm just putting it out there because we're at a #1 seed right now. I'm just trying to get the Stanford fans riled up.
Williams off the bounce. Runner off glass. And a tough shot goes down. Williams has 4. Mensah fell down. Boy, Pryor down low. I thought she was going to try to post up a taller player for a minute. She'll get another rebound.
And an assist. Almost. Coach Minetti and her staff knew they had somebody special before the season even started. Little Mama's in there of all of 5-3, grabbing rebound after rebound every night.
And we mentioned South Carolina, really the favorite by far and away to win the championship. That's a 3 from the corner.
You never know, and I think there's so much great fan talk about it, right? And there's some other teams out there I think that fans would love to hear more about. I mean, you think about a dark horse, you know, I put that in quotes, like a Duke, right? They've had a great year. Defensively, they're so strong.
We have seen that before. Unfortunately, Stanford fans
they
cover
have
your
as
ears.
Well. Yes.
In 1998, the 16 toppled the 1. Tara Vanderveer, all-time winningest coach in D1 history. Need we say more? She's won the championships prior to steal. And fouled hard.
Taking the ball from the dribbler, she reads their eyes. She just anticipates well.
Just 2 of 6 at the line, 8 points tonight. make it 9. Jaguars still within striking distance here in the fourth quarter to work with, trailing by 14. Shot clock, game clock, virtually identical. About a 3. McWayne knows she hit one from the corner a minute ago. It's the only 3 made by the Jaguars tonight.
They're going to try to double team, and the ball got over there. Sacred Heart dribbles out of it. So does Mama.
And Wood on the putback.
I used to have a roommate that would literally just take off those 2 days, Thursday and Friday.
Developed a sudden cough, maybe?
Little cough.
Yeah, wasn't feeling
There's
great.
a lot to be grilled, and, you got to put out the buffet and the spread. You got to get ready.
Fourth quarter underway. Sacred Heart trying to make some history. Win the first game ever for the NEC on the women's side. Shot clock down to 5. Pryor, contested long 2.
And that's what you want to see her take, if anything. Again, the closer she gets to the basket, she's dangerous. It's not, her getting to the rim, layups. It's the passing on the inside that makes her so good at handling pressure. Great defense and a poke out by Wood.
Now the Wood sisters, 18 points, 13 boards combined between Amelia and Kelsey. Johnson inside, breaks free. She's got 6. Kelsey Wood has 10, Pryor with 9, and Olivia Tucker with 9 as well. Brooke Weisbrod, Roy Philpott will be here in Stamford all the way through Sunday. We'll find out which team's able to punch their ticket to the Sweet 16. Winner of that one advancing maybe against Stamford on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a good game. You got
Buckle up.
You got a Gonzaga team that's balanced. You got 3 players who scored 13 or more. If they had a win over Louisville early in the season, hey, way to just, visually it looks like, hey, we got your back. It's something different. I haven't seen it in the college game until this year.
We found out more about Coach Minetti. Her Final 4 words that represent their team that they kind of hang their hat on.
Yeah, it was pride, and for a while, a few weeks, they weren't playing with pride.
Kelsey Wood double teams. Outside to Tucker, that's a long 3. 70 has been the magical number, it feels like, more times than not for Sacred Heart this year. And they scored 70. And awfully difficult to beat.
Now, that's pretty much even on both sides. But, yeah, it's been the turnovers and then Pryor orchestrating a 10 assist tonight.
Mid-range is there. It's never easy, right? You make it this far, you're playing good competition.
You don't feel comfortable, that's for sure. Sacred Heart does not feel comfortable with a 13-point lead. No chance.
Shot clock down to 5. Pryor knows it. Nearly lost it. Tucker.
Oh, wow!
With the save over a photon. And Sacred Heart gets it back. How about the hustle?
Come on, Pryor. That's going to get it done. Let's make sure our guy's all right, though.
He's
I don't know
smiling.
if he was ready. He's ready.
Smiling.
That's every photographer's dream, isn't it? You want that action shot.
I don't know that you wanted that up close and personal with that big of a lens.
I think you do. Look at Pryor. The hustle. That's the 4th time. Oh, he took a forearm shiver to the face. Still held onto the camera.
NEC champs back to work. Pryor was bumped. Bird and Taurasi show at the Final 4 Friday, March 31st, Sunday, April 2nd.
I would love to see them as a part of a regular broadcast every week. We got the Mannings.
McWayne on the move. And she'll connect.
I like the spacing and the consistent motion and a lot of curling action for Sacred Heart. So it's constantly going at the basket. Good off-balance shot. That one by Tucker.
Good jump stop. And the bounce for Chloe Fleming. Johnson off the mark. We talked to Coach Minetti about the recruitment. Nasira Pryor. Really, no other schools were heavily involved. Putbacks there for Raven White. Good take by Stromo. where it felt like for a moment Southern was going to run away from Sacred Heart early in this one.
And I can ask her what coach said to her at the end of the first quarter. How about that?
You mentioned casually that it looks like she said, "I love you, you got this." Great take inside by Johnson in a quick timeout. That's my town, by the way.
That's right. I'm falling in love with your town, man. It'll be about 12 days all I've spent there.
Don't tell anybody. Here's a steal. Here comes Fleming. Left-handed layup. Boy, that could have been interesting. And a foul on the putback. 2 of 2 at the line. Now 2 of 3.
They're also going real small here.
1 of 2. Lead down to 8.
Sacred Heart was able to at least get 6 more shots because they weren't turning the ball over.
Tucker outside to Wood. She'll step through the double team. Instrumental in the comeback against FDU Sunday in the NEC Championship in Hackensack, New Jersey. Has 12 more points tonight. 86% on the season. Weisbrod-esque.
That's a B+.
Jaguars want something quick. Get a deep 3 by Reed. They'll stuff in the stat sheet in a multitude of ways.
Just a couple rebounds shy of a triple-double.
No, it was 2 assists.
Oh, you're right.
She'll take it, though, because they got the dub.
No doubt.
I think that's what is most important to her. Put back, no. Timeout, yes, after the rebound by Wood. Number 1, Stanford awaits. And Sacred Heart has done it. The first time in the school's history. An NCAA tournament victory. And the first one ever for the NEC as well. 57-47 the final.